Hey, how you guys doing out there today? This is Stefan Jimenez for the Roto Beast team, and I'm here to present you our NBA picks for Saturday, February 3rd. If you're new to this channel, please make sure to click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our NFL, NBA, and MLB videos. And please make sure to click the like button on this video as it really helps us out. So, hey, tonight was a break-even night for us. We'd rather take a break-even night over a loss any day. Move on to tomorrow. We got an 8-game slate. If you want to play the lineups that we're playing every day, make sure and visit our website at www.rotobeast.net. And then let's jump into this 8-game slate. So there's about 3 or 4 games, honestly, that I'm probably just going to throw out. I'm not really going to be targeting it much. And then there's a couple games that I am, liking. So, we'll start with Golden State going into Denver to face the Nuggets. This game has a 229 implied total. Golden State favored by 5. Then you got New Orleans going into Minnesota to face the Wolves. This game has a 220.5 implied total. Minnesota is favored by 8.5. We got Dallas going into Sacramento to face the Kings. This game has a 202 implied total. Dallas is favored by 4.5. We got Miami going into Detroit to face the Pistons. This game has a 197 implied total. Detroit favored by 2. You got Utah going into San Antonio to face the Spurs. This game has a 195 implied total. San Antonio is favored by 6. And then we also got Philadelphia going into Indiana to face the Pacers. Washington going into Orlando to face the Magics. And Houston going into Cleveland to face the Cavs. That last 3 games don't have lines out on it yet. Waiting on some injury news, etc. But yeah, let's just jump into these picks. Let's get it done. This slate for being an 8-game slate. I don't know. There's some solid spots, some obvious spots, but then it's some tough spots too. Like I don't think this is the prettiest slate, to be honest with you. We'll do our best though, and we'll kind of get through it. And so we'll start. As always, let's jump into this. Start at point guard. Steph Curry, I like him in this matchup. Denver, they're not very good against defending the point guard. He's in a really, really good spot. 10,000 price tag. You need 50 for him to hit value. Tonight, he's coming off 2 kind of decent performances. But we're used to the Steph Curry getting at least 45 fantasy points. I like him. I really like him in this spot versus Denver. I think that he's a really good play. Then you can look at Chris Paul. Point guards, they torch Cleveland. One thing I don't like about Chris Paul's price is just up a little bit. You still need about 47, 48 for him to hit value. I know he just came back from injury and it was a tough matchup. He only got 19, but even before that, he was in the, this game I think he left early 30s, 38. He's going to be high 30s, low 40s. I don't really see the upside with James Harden, so I think he's more of a GPP play. You got Murray you can look at versus Golden State. Dan Smith, I like him against Sacramento. Very solid matchup for him. His minutes are up. The guy's playing well. For him to hit value, you need about 33, 34. He's averaging 28 on the season. I like Smith. Dragic, the price is just still too cheap. For him to hit value, you need 32. He's averaging 30 on the season. I like Dragic in the spot. You can look at Isaiah Thomas going against Houston. He's coming off a pretty good game. So he's coming off a game. He's playing. He's playing very well for the most part. He's gonna get you say about 25 to 30 fantasy points with upside of 38 fantasy points what he got in this game. But he got 4 steals. You can't really expect that too often, especially he's going to be going against Chris Paul. So the more I look at this, he's more of a GPP play to me actually. So I like Teague going against Rondo. I feel more comfortable actually with him than I did right now with Isaiah Thomas. The more I looked at it, Jeff Teague, he's solid. He's going to play the low 30 minutes. He's going to get you 25 to 30 fantasy points. He has 40-point upside. I'm going against Rondo. Rondo's not a very good defender at all, so this is a great individual matchup for Teague. He's a really solid play. You can look at Rubio. Rubio's been playing well. I like Rubio. You can also look at Carlson. He's playing very consistent. You need 30 for him to hit value. He's averaging 28 on season. I mean, he's just getting you there. I mean, he's playing good. He has 50-point upside. He's shown a couple games ago. I like him. Harden going against Cleveland. He's one of the guys you're really gonna have to consider paying up on. 11.5 price tag. With Chris Paul even coming back, it really didn't affect him too much. He still got 54 fantasy points for him to hit value. We need about 56, 57. I actually do like Harden. Bill, same old story. John Wall's out. We're going back to Bradley Beal. The price tag is really up there. You need 46 right now. That's kind of He's averaging 38 on the season, but in the past 3 games, he's got you a 53, a 48, and a 67. So I mean, he's playing well. Very consistent. I mean, if Washington has any chance to win games, they're gonna need him to, ball out. Very great matchup in up-tempo game against the Magics. I like Bradley Beal a lot. Then we will go to Clay going against Denver. It's going to be a pretty, up and down the floor matchup. Last time he played Denver, he got 32.5 fantasy points. For his price tag, you need about 32.5. I mean, I like him. The time he played him one time before that as well, got 33 fantasy points. So he's been doing solid in this matchup. I think he's a guy. He definitely has 50-point upside. He's a guy you can plug in there. His price is down. I mean, you gotta like it. Usually he's 72, 7,300. Solid play. You can look at Garrett Harris on the other side of the ball. This guy is playing massive minutes. He just had that game winner the other day. Everybody's going crazy. For him to hit value, you need about 33. I will note that Clay is a pretty good defender, but Harris, he's going to be on the floor. He's going to, and Clay, they could actually, I'm not gonna say, oh, Clay's gonna shut him down, don't play him, because they can be on the floor at different times as well. I like the guy, I like the minutes, I like the opportunity. A very, very up tempo game for them. Gary Harris, good play. Wiggins, 62, going against New Orleans. I mean, he's playing good. You need 31 for him to hit value. He's averaging 30 on the season. He's doing what he does. He does a little bit of everything. He used to be one of those guys who was strictly a scorer, but now he does a little bit of everything. He's been playing defense. He gets you those defensive stats. I think he gives you a solid floor. At a very, very good price. Small forward, LeBron. For me, GPP. I'd rather go Harden instead of LeBron. They're going to need a big game to have any chance against the Rockets. Rockets are a really, really good team. I mean, look at this dude, LeBron. The past 2 games, he's playing 37, 38 minutes, but he's only getting 41, 30. This shows me, I don't care what they say. I don't know if he's not trying or what's going on. Straight GPP for me, but, it's an up-tempo game against Houston. You can look at Durant. Going against Denver. I like him. I think I would prefer. I don't know if I like. I'm probably not gonna go to James or Durant, to be honest. But James, GBP, Durant, 1,100 less. I like Durant a little bit better. Jimmy Butler's a guy I really like though. 8.9. You need 44, 45 for him to hit value. In the past 4 games since coming back, he's got you at least 39. So he's been, very, very playing very, very well. He's a guy. He has 60-point upside. The matchup against New Orleans, who's on a back-to-back. This is a spot that he can definitely go off. Otto Porter, John Wall's out. He has to pick up, his game. He's got 40 in the past 2. He's shown 50-point upside in the past. I would take advantage of him while his price is still very fair. For him to hit value, you need about 37. I like Porter. Harrison Barnes. You want to talk about consistent, going against the Kings. They should win this game. They're favored. For him to hit value, you need 35. He's averaging 31 on the season. He's had 1 bad game in the past 10, pretty much. He's going to give you a floor of, I would say, at least 25. He's just somebody you can put in there and not be too worried about it, especially in this great matchup against the Kings. And then I'm just going to quickly mention a couple other guys. I like Simmons. He's too cheap. He's playing, 32, 34 minutes. Up-tempo game against Washington. No John Wall, so this game should stay pretty close at Orlando. For him to hit value, all you need is 22. He's averaging 22 on the season. Solid play. And then you can look at, Gerald Green. He's playing, 30 minutes a game right now with the Ariza out. Against Cleveland, we know who's horrible at defense. You need 22 from him. He's averaging 20 on the season. Then you got there's a couple guys, that Wilson Chandler. He's been winning against the Warriors a couple games already this season. He's got you at least 25 in both of those matchups. For him to hit value, all you need is 20. He's a guy. Last game he came back, played 30 minutes. He's a guy that usually gets his minutes. I like him in this spot. You can also look at PJ Tucker. Against Cleveland, the past couple games he played at least 30 minutes. He does a little bit of nothing, but he does do a little bit of everything. He doesn't score the ball, so you have to definitely hope he gets some defensive stats. But the price is cheap. He hit value last game, so definitely Tucker. Yeah, there's some value at small forward. Even if it's the guys that are 4,000. I think there's definitely you're gonna have to go with one of those guys to pay up for one of the studs, in my opinion. You got Blake going against Miami, made his debut, got 50 fantasy points. Great debut for Blake. He's going to be a focal point of his offense. The price is, it's fair for him to have value. Need 46. So definitely, I think Blake's a good play. I like him more than Aaron Gordon, even Aldridge. Draymond, I really like Draymond. Going against Denver. He's did pretty well in the previous matchup against he got 54 fantasy points. Draymond, somebody just consistent. You need 41 for him to hit value. He's one of my favorite plays on the slate. You got Sark. His price actually is going down, and he just keeps doing work. He's got you at least 31 in 3 straight games. For him to hit value, you need 32. One of my favorite cash game plays. Also, Taj Gibson. He's not. It's going to be Cat going against the Brow. So Gibson, he may actually be going against Muir. No, I don't know. I don't know who they'll have at power forward. To be honest with you, I have to look into that a little bit more. But either way, Gibson, guy, is gonna play 33 minutes for the most part. He's going to get you around 25 fantasy points. He's averaging 27 on the season. He has 40-point upside. For him to hit value, you need 28, averaging 27 on the season. Same old song, Gibson. Guys I like, if they're solid, I go back to them. There's no reason to go away from guys who, hit their 5 times value every night. You got Crowder with Love out the picture. He's going to play 26 or 28 minutes with, if Rockets play a little bit smaller, he has a chance to be in there even longer, get 32 minutes possibly. He doesn't do a lot, but the price is down. You just need 21 for value, averaging 16, almost 17 on the season. He's a guy that does have 40-point upside. I'm not saying it's going to happen. That's a blue moon type stuff, but I've seen it in the past. I think this is a game that kind of definitely fits his style. They're going to be running up and down. So look at Crowder, center. Davis, they moved Davis to over to center. He's going to be the center now. He's going to be going against Towns. Towns not the best defender, but he's big. He does give people problems. For him to hit value, he needs 60. He's got you at least 60 in 4 straight games. Davis, great play. You got Drummond. He's beastie right now. Plus, Whiteside could be out. If Whiteside's out, not like Drummond even more. He's just been playing well. For him to hit value, you need 51. He's pumped up playing with Blake Griffin. Definitely solid play. Jokic, he's one of my favorite plays. He's coming off a triple-double, 73 fantasy points. That's not why I like him. He got some rest. Last time he played against the Warriors, he got 59 fantasy points. He has upside in this matchup. I actually really like him in this matchup. You got Towns. He's gonna have to be in there, and he's gonna have to try to guard Anthony Davis. Price tag is down. You need 45 for him to hit value. He's averaging 43 on the season. I know he is up and down, but I mean he has upside. He's not gonna back down. He's gonna fight. I like him. Then we got Capella going against the Cavs. Cavs play no defense. This guy has at least 42 in 2 straight games. He's playing well. The minutes are up. I'm liking Capella. And then I'm looking at Gobert going against San Antonio. You need 37 for him to hit value. He's averaging 33 on the season. I mean, this guy's, he's going to get you, I would say, at least 30. 25 to 30 is probably his floor. He has 50-point upside. One thing I will note, though, is Jazz, they are on a back-to-back. But sitting position, once again, is kind of tough. So, yeah, let's just jump into these picks and kind of get it done. So, one guy, I'll start at point guard. I'm liking Curry a lot. Shooting guard. Oh, man. I'm going to come back to shooting guard. I'm liking Jimmy Buckets. I'm liking Draymond. Actually, no. Gotta get some value. A little bit of boom. Shooting guard. See, I don't know. This is tough. Okay, so because center, we're gonna have to pay up. See, this is a tough build. See, I'm gonna have to take out Butler. I'm gonna have to go with one of the cheap guys. I'm just gonna put him in there. I think he's actually a really good play. Just so we can kind of fit, because I think we're gonna have to pay up at center. At least a little bit. We'll go Capella against Cleveland. And you can go. We'll go something like that. I think something like this is a solid build. You're going to have to pay up somewhere. But, I mean, I'm liking Curry. It's a really good matchup. So, yeah, if you haven't already, please make sure to click that subscribe button. Make sure to click that like button below. And, hey, let's get it tomorrow. Have a good one.